The conflict, of course, has been a talking point for former Arkansas governor and presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson all this week.
THV 11 Sarah Horbakowitz caught up with him today about his reaction to the violence and concerns for the future.
Hutchinson has been a vocal supporter of Israel over the years, even visiting the nation during his time as governor. To this day, Arkansas has economic ties to the country. But tonight, after Gaza officials reported Israel attacked an area where civilians were taking refuge, Hutchinson says the humanitarian efforts need to be a focus.
Israel needs to go in and to destroy Hamas. They also need to make sure that there are pathways for innocent citizens to get out.
Presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson standing firmly behind Israel and calling for more aid to civilians in Gaza.
There needs to be ways that those citizens can protect themselves and find shelter and hospital care as well.
And as governor of Arkansas, you visited Israel, you spoke with Netanyahu. What were some of those conversations like?
We were looking at the economic ties that we can have, particularly in the areas of shared technologies.
Over in Camden, Arkansas, Hutchinson says the same facilities that work to make defensive rockets for Ukraine are supporting Israel.
What we're doing in Camden is critically important for the safety and security of Israel. Aerojet, Rocketdyne, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, all of them are supporting Israel in one way or another.
On the national stage, Hutchinson wore an American and Israeli flag to the first Republican debate over a month before the most recent war began.
Another candidate, Vivek Ramaswamy, said we ought to end support for Israel down the road. And I said, no, that's not the case. They should be a long-term ally of the United States.
He's supporting President Biden's decision to visit Israel this week, but critical of some decisions leading up to these attacks.
I believe the administration is doing what is needed to be done. And disagreement would be that we showed weakness that allowed this aggression to happen to begin with.
The violence has fueled fear of hate crimes across the U.S. This week, Pea Ridge police reported someone throwing anti-Semitic flyers out of their truck in northwest Arkansas. Today, Hutchinson emphasizing the difference between patriotism and dangerous rhetoric.
Categorizing all Muslims as hate-filled people is not helpful. Anti-Semitism hurts our country, it hurts the Jewish people, and it should not be tolerated.
Hutchinson says he does not expect the war to negatively impact Arkansas's economy directly. But as things progress, international politics could certainly impact things like oil prices.
All right, Sarah, thank you. As for next steps on that presidential campaign, Hutchinson says it doesn't matter what the national polls show. Right now, he says he's focused instead on building support in the early voting states of New Hampshire and Iowa.